The 1,000 Coral Reef Challenge integrated with the broader framework of the 100 Island Challenge. The project utilizes rigorous and repeatable sampling protocol. It is very meticulous with tracking the growth, death, shrinking, breaking apart, and the fusion of individual coral reefs. Over 1,000 individual coral reef colonies are being tracked by following 50 randomly selected hard corals over a decade at 4 distinct times: 2013, 2017, 2021, and 2023. Data is collected across 5 crucial sites: Curaçao, Millennium Atoll, Pyram Atoll, Maui, and the Florida Keys. Data is collected using VPI surveys, which are conducted at all sites and time points. We also use TagLab tool, which is used to track individual and multiple corals. Throughout the 1,000 Coral Reef Challenge, Dr. Sandin and his team are building a fundamental understanding of how coral reef respond to global changes.
What sparked your interest in this field of research?
What sparked my interest is that I really like exploring different reefs all across the world. I think taking a comprehensive look and kind of a comparative perspective of how different systems in different parts of the world work, we can learn a lot of insight from that. Also, growing up in Guam as an Indigenous Chamorro, I was really inspired to kind of look back through that ancestral lens and kind of look at these reefs and kind of see how we can continue learning from these resources and having that connection with our ocean and fostering these experiences. Also with this technology, we're able to digitize these reefs and kind of bring these reefs to different community members, different partners, different collaborators, and kind of showcase these pristine parts of the world or what these reefs look like that people may not be able to access so easily or readily. And I think it's a really great way to see how these reefs are changing.
What advice would you give to someone starting out in research?
I would personally say to kind of see what inspires you, to see what you're good at, also to look at what you're interested in, staying constantly inspired or like constantly motivated in research. That's what will usually propel you or kind of sustain this drive, especially as young career professionals or young scholars. And so just finding what you're interested in, kind of fostering those tools, being open to new experiences, and kind of relating that back to your main toolbox of like, oh, what kind of science are you good at? What kind of science interests you? And then how can you just improve as a researcher?
Do you see yourself doing research in 5 years from now?
I really want to be a professor at the University of Guam, which is where I'm from. And I want to continue doing coral reef research. That's kind of why I joined this lab. And I just want to learn about like coral reefs back home. I think I've learned a lot about coral reefs on other islands, but I would love to take these skills that I have and learn about the reefs back home in Guam. In Guam, we also have different like climate disturbances, so coral bleaching, also storm events, invasive species, and like just natural predators like crown of thorns. Those are all problems that face Guam's coral reefs, and so we're seeing all of these instances across the world in our data set from the 100 Island Challenge, and I think taking all of those insights and all those lessons and applying that to coral conservation and research back home, I think will be really cool.
These are the corals traced in 2013 and 2017. This is a Goniastria coral. This is a Varieties coral. It fragmented in 2017. But what's cool is in 2017 to 2021, we can see what happened after the bleaching event. And we see all that fragmentation kind of recombine and reshape. Whereas this coral didn't really fragment, like the Varieties coral, it kind of stayed as one main colony. But these ones, all of these little bundles, can join back together. Then we can do another time point, 2021 to 2023. And we're seeing now that the growth margins are just getting bigger and expanding. But it's still retaining some of these like other structures. So these are these are holes by worms, marine worms, and how their boundaries change.